Hi, this is Mia. This is the fastest I swear my computer has turned on and started the video. So let's see. So it's a really beautiful day. That plant needs to be watered. Um, I want to start by saying that I got my 15-year chip finally today. Nobody even said happy birthday. My friends from my old meeting. Um, it was the 4th of July and it's already the 19th. I went to the meeting last. So I'm going to talk a little bit about socializing, just because that's what I'm talking about. I went to my 12-step meeting of AA on Friday up here TTN up the street. It's about a 10-minute drive. I always have to use a GPS or take like the one road that goes up. And I have an accidental address in my GPS. That's like 1001 or 10010. That's on the other side of the freeway and of everything. So my GPS is like, no wait, that's going to the mall. Um, I went last Friday, and the week before was my anniversary day, and that was July 4th. I was gonna go to a meeting. I was laying in bed, super lazy, and I said that I was gonna go on. I was gonna lay down until 11, get in the shower, and go to the meeting, and be on time. And I believe it was around 10 a.m. that my boss was like, well, I was asleep and I woke up to text saying, it's time for you to go to work and do the food order. And I totally spazzed out. I freaked out. I was going to go to the meeting, which I usually get home at 1:30 because traffic is horrible. It's really close. These meetings are super close, but traffic's really bad. And there's no back way. It probably is a back way, but you have you have Highway 217, 205, and 217, I-5, 217, and 205, like merging around here. So that makes it hard to just take. You have to go over a street that goes over the freeway, and that makes back roading hard. Not impossible, but I'm sure I've learned a couple due to construction or giving people rides home or weird stuff like that. But I don't memorize even how to get there the regular way, which is Carmen. I'll remember it's Carmen. I hear there's a really good meeting at the Alamo Club at 6:30 a.m. Who told me that? I can't remember who told me that. It must have been somebody. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened. So I go to the meeting. I'm gonna burn some of my original incense. Um, my last thumbnail is me holding incense. Let me hold these for you again because it chooses the thumbnail. I used to be able to choose them. Ah, ding! My daughter's gonna. So I freak out because I was gonna go to the meeting, go get my kid on a Friday, and then no, that was Thursday. Yeah, that was the week before. I was gonna go get my kid. God, that smells good. I don't understand why this freaking smells so good. I am having a panic attack because I'm like feeling like an addict. I had to go through Incense Anonymous, and that is not really that much of a joke because I have my blinds kind of open. Let me open them up a little bit more. I didn't light. Let me open them up so the wind goes out. So I ended up not going to that meeting, and I was super stressed out. And what is this brown? I'm gonna open up the window so that the smoke can go out or the blinds. Um, God, I just freaking dislocated my finger. That sucked. I had to climb up in this bed like it's a bunk bed. Nobody called. Nobody. Oh, actually, somebody did call. No, it's just a voicemail. Scam like It's weird that it has the time of now. So I pretty much was getting ready to go to work. I was supposed to be at work at 5 that day. So I was trying to rest because I had been working really late, and I I ended up just looking at my freaking middle finger. This is really strong, like really sweet and flat. If it's 5, if it's like 3 or 4, so oh my god, I gotta take a shower, I gotta get dressed, I gotta go get some food to eat, make sure there's water. Usually I have water. Um, yeah, all these different things. That's my lemon. Woo! I needed a burst of lemon just now. My guy friend hasn't contacted me at all today, and it's 6. I don't think he contacted me yesterday. No, I hung out there yesterday, only for like 15 minutes. And I hadn't heard from him since then. What happened? No good nights. No, used to be like that when I was newly hanging out. I'm aggravated about that, by the way. So let's talk about socializing. You're gonna go to a meeting for an hour and or get your kid. You either try to take a shower real fast, maybe put makeup on, maybe not. Or you freaking, if I fall asleep in my clothes, you freaking wear your clothes or throw on a pair of leggings and a t-shirt and go out with a sweater over it or whatever. I may not even have a bra. Like, just go out. Like, most of the time I try to brush my teeth as a bare minimum because people don't need to smell my morning breath. Um, and so these people were saying I have to go to work, so I'm like, God, I haven't eaten. I'm still in bed. I was going to sleep till 11. But when I saw this, I panicked. I couldn't sleep anymore because I was super stressed. And I couldn't get a hold of my supervisor to be like, yeah, you didn't tell me in advance. I have other plans. And so I missed the meeting because I also, it smells so good. This charcoal incense. I don't know why it smells so freaking good. I was, my guy friend used to, well, we only did it twice, go out to a meeting out of town. And I feel like I want to go. It's one of the few times that I can go is Friday night, and it's weird. He won't even talk to me about it unless he goes. He'll tell me after he goes that he went. And I don't know. I don't want to step on his turf, even though it's open to the public. I don't want to step on his stomping grounds, you know. Or I don't want to see something I don't want to see. If he's hanging out with somebody else, I don't want to see something I don't want to see. If I sneak up in there and like, oh my God, who's he with? You know. It'd probably be better than being in the dark about it, but that's kind of a problem, which is probably, I'll say it as a female inspired or empowered, that don't think about it like that. Think about it. This is one of the reasons why I'm not committing. I'm not going to be committed with him either. I was giving him the power there, waiting for him to commit to me, but if he's going to act like this, I'm not going to commit to him. And that's just the way it is. So God's like, oh, you're going to leave these clothes on while you clean the house. Your boyfriend is going to ask you out tonight. Rest all day. You don't have to make your bed. That's what I heard my higher power saying. And I'm like, well, boyfriend, because I don't have one. I got like burning embers in my bed. I wonder why my sheets are all colored with spots. I just seriously, there's another spot similar to that. They're gonna put towels under my door now. So I ended up missing the meeting, and it was my clean and sober day. I had to work. It was a holiday. I was ticked off because I was freaking out, calling my daughter, texting, using the app, trying to use one of the devices to get her on a device. So phone to iPad or phone to Samsung tablet. She can't get, it can't be phone to phone or tablet to tablet. And then I didn't hear back. So I was like, oh, I'm going to work. I have to get a ride home because I plan on picking her up after the meeting. so much for me to have to get dressed and pack my bag and cancel my plans. And I could have tried to make it to the meeting, but at this point, trying to get a hold of her saying I couldn't give her a ride, I was so late for the meeting. I would have gone the last 10 minutes. Um, and I was going out of town the next day, and I didn't pack, I didn't do laundry, I didn't get anything for the kids, I didn't clean out the fridge. Like, oh God, I don't want them to get sick. We put dates on almost everything. So then I ended up finally hearing from her. Oh, never mind, I had somebody else do it. And I had called them and say, oh, is he at work? And the guy didn't tell the other person I was just sitting on the computer doing inventory. They're like, oh, if I hear something that he comes in, we'll let you know. Like, oh, sorry, we didn't know that was you on the phone. So I was like, I was not scheduled to come in at 10. I was scheduled to come in 5 hours later, or whatever, 7 hours later. And then I'd already worked the night before and was up probably till 4 a.m. or something stupid. Oh yeah, then I probably took my daughter to work at 8:30 that morning. So I ended up going out of town Friday, and I got checked in a hotel, chilled out for a minute, which is a first for me. Only one night. It was a long drive after a long week of work, and after that drama, there was more drama the next day. The boss was contacting us, and I started crying on the phone about everything, about the job and about lazy. That I'm sitting here saying I'm gonna leave at 8, between 8 and 10 a.m. so that I can beat rush hour traffic. And I slept through on Wednesday. I think I slept through my oil change appointment. So I didn't even check to see if there's oil in the car. I didn't check the tires, and nothing. May the space be blessed. Alright, so I went to the hotel and cut myself, and the skin is coming out. And I went to Charlotte in Tacoma, and I went to go. I was looking through the little directory for a place to eat. Like they paid to be in there. I was like, blood Chinese and stuff. I was like, I don't know if I can eat this. Like, I could try, whatever. And I ended up looking online, raw food or something, Tacoma. And there's a place called Viva or something, Viva something. And they were still open. It was getting late. Yeah, because I was crying at work. I was crying on the phone to my boss, and then people were sitting around doing stuff and just complaining about something or something, and tired of getting these stupid text messages, like, like I didn't have any. Oh, it was like I didn't have any garlic, not something stupid like that. And so I ended up like going to a restaurant, taking. I was like, I want one for now and 2 to go. I tried. It was like 3 weeks ago. I still have the salad in the downstairs. I'm like, probably should clean that out. And it was really good. I stayed there and played on my iPad, and I tried to do some. Um, I tried to do the. I think I had my book, the library book, and my iPad and my phone. So I was just playing with my devices and eating. I'm not used to going out, so I was by myself, and it's kind of lonely and it's hard. I think it's hard. And then I see these guys next to me. I see some young or some white girl come in. All eyes are on her. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't get that. Being black, I just feel like a visible woman, big shadow, big. What is the dark figure? Grim Reaper. So I get all that food to go, and I got a green juice. I put all that in the fridge, and then I think I just have some bananas and some nuts. I was gonna go get olive oil, but I didn't. So then I tried to find a refuge meeting, and they didn't have one until Saturday. and or Sunday, and it was Friday. Friday. Oh yeah, I was going to go to German meetup, and then let's see if they're having any German meetups next week. So I'm like, okay, there's no refuge. Let's see what AA has, because AA's always got something, right? And so I was like, okay. Oh, I looked it up from the restaurant, and there was like, I wanted to check the food and put it in the fridge. There was like I don't know if there was like a 7 or 7:30. I don't know how late it was. It was probably pretty late. If I didn't check in, I was gonna check in at 4. I checked in between 4:30 and 5, and then I brought some stuff in, and then I don't know when I brought all the other junk in because it was like a nightmare trying to get out of there on time. And I did see some meetings in Tacoma. I didn't know understand the neighborhoods, so the meetings in Tacoma. Let's just say 7 or 8, 8 or 9, and then not, and then I was like 8, 7:30. I was like, I'm not gonna make that one in time, and then maybe like 8:30. It was like maybe I'll go to that one, but I don't know what happened. I think I wrote down like 3 meetings. I think I wrote it on the hotel thing. I wrote down 3 on that little pad of paper, and one was I think I ended up one was at 10 p.m. So I said I'm gonna go to that one. So I would have rushed at the first ones, or I wouldn't have had time to put my food away. We probably would have been fine, but it's like raw food products. Oh, it was really good. I had my phone off for an hour. I was like, gonna see how long I could do it. I think I was gonna set a timer and see how long I could do it, but I don't. I actually fell asleep, so it's kind of cheating. And then I had to ask some guys that were smoking. I'm gonna have to go up to them and say, "Where's the meeting at?" Because it was like a building and then another building. I was so confused. There's no signs or anything, and it was almost exactly 10. And it ended up being 5 minutes from the hotel. And then the lady up front was like, "Who are you? I haven't seen you." And I told her, I didn't say anything about it. Like, "Are you new here?" Like, "Yeah." "Are you new to the program?" "No." And I didn't say anything else. I didn't say, "Oh, I'm from Portland. I don't know anybody. How's it going?" I don't know. She seemed kind of stern. And I was just like, I haven't been in the mood to talk as much as I used to. At least not to other people. I talk to myself a lot. And so she was like, people were coming and going, and it got really ghetto. Um, be like her, like not. I don't like to. I kept telling her because I don't like to use the word ghetto and black. People were acting like freaking crackheads. I don't care what color their skin was or what age they were. Elderly white people, and, like people were acting like crackheads, crazy, yelling, cussing, starting shouting matches, running people out of there. So I was waiting for them to do key tag. They didn't do key tags, and so they had a 11 o'clock meeting. And this one guy, he was actually was black. And it was, yeah, I hate that. He was really well spoken. He said he was going to chair the next meeting, and I really, really wanted to go to that. I knew I had to get up in the morning. I didn't go to the gym at the hotel or the pool yet, so I'm really mad that there's the price breakdown. Excluded resort fee due to at hotel excluded $98. Oh, so they didn't add the resort fee. Flight and hotel taxes. Total price $259. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense? Flight and hotel $259 together. The Hooters hotel is the cheapest one that I see. No return flights 9 a.m. Return at noon. Oh, that's fast. And no check baggage. No check baggage is $60, and this flight doesn't have. It's like $100 more if you want to carry a bag that goes over it. So I would literally have to carry like this purse right here, literally. I wouldn't carry that purse. Actually, I'm like, it doesn't zip on top. There's a brown purse that's like this big by this big. I'd have to like carry that. It'd have to have my shampoo, change of clothes, underwear, any extra shoes, and if I bought anything, I'd have to ship it back. There's no, it's like you can't bring anything on. Let me write this. Actually, forget it. I'm just gonna leave it in here. Oh, it's like way too smoky in here. I wonder why kids get so mad. Anyways, I'm so glad I went to the meeting. I'm so glad it was there because I was here alone. I was on dating sites to try to see if the algorithm would catch my GPS location, and I didn't hear back from anyone until after. They're like, "Are you in Seattle?" I'm like, "No." Or were you up here? I was like, "No, I was in Tacoma." Let's look up the German events. Oh, it's all weird. It's all okay. And then the next morning I really wanted to work out, and I was like mad because it was the first time in a long time that my guy friend hadn't talked to me. So all day Friday I was thinking of checking in and being like, oh, I'm up here, I'm okay, but I just contacted my kids a little bit. I think, yeah, after I got in the hotel. So it was kind of quiet and lonely, and there's all these families, and there's a black lady with some kids next to me, and it just felt weird being all alone. It felt so lonely, but it felt so freeing. And so I was supposed to go to the bank today. Today's Friday. So I ended up, I've been eating a lot of nuts, and I have my dehydrator not set up yet, and I felt stupid because I'm feeling like I'm getting fat, really fat. That happened to me. I was getting 1 to 3 pounds a day eating the sliced almonds, so I quit all almonds. Then I went to just getting whole almonds, but I'm gonna have to quit. Safely's got them in bags. Maybe I'll go get those next time. Like in the bag in the shell, in the shell. I 'cause it could be that they're not raw and or that they're contaminated with something I'm allergic to and intolerant to, or just the fact they're super high calorie and all I do is eat jars of them all day, every single day, 7 days a week. Because I've been spending so much money before I was really budgeting money. I don't like to wear all the bananas, lettuce, or that. Anyways, that's besides the point right now. I end up, oh yeah, Germany. He ended up contacting me the next morning, and I had just meditated, and I feel like we're connected on a spiritual plane. And I was like, oh, that's interesting that he contacted me during the time I was meditating after me not hearing from him, and he was wanting to hang out, and it wasn't even 10 a.m. yet, and I wasn't checking out till checkout was at 12, but the meetup was at 11. So he must have thought that I was already there doing the meetup the day before, and that I was on my way back. Or that I was already, I don't know what he was thinking because I work during the weekend. I have Friday, Saturday off, so I went up there Friday morning or Friday. It ended up being late, probably ended up being 1 or 2, I don't know. And so I just was running around the house throwing a couple of bras. I threw in so many outfits because I was like, maybe I'll meet somebody. And I wanted to wear a travel dress or something. I don't know what I wore. And then I only had, oh, I brought my gym shoes, one pair of socks. I couldn't find any more socks. And I think I had my flats. I brought a couple. I brought too many outfits because I didn't know. I didn't even care about weather. I didn't know. Maybe I would like go out with somebody, date night or something. But okay. I'm really like sad right now because I feel like so lonely all the time. And remember when I was crying all the time from the dating and not hearing from the guy and not going out? Like days would go by and wouldn't want to set plans, and it got really hard. Swedish July 28th at 2 o'clock. Hungarian. French. Someone said that if Doctors Without Borders, you should know French. Okay, let's put the 28th. I'm gonna RSVP. I'm just gonna do it. Wait, did I say Duolingo. Okay, so it's a different one. It's something works. I'll just say 2 p.m. I can't remember the name. I'll say 2 p.m. because this one's gonna be different. Oh, I was so mad. I went last week and I was waiting for my guy friend to contact me. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna leave early and go to his place and hang out before work, but he didn't contact me until after I like got to work or something. And I was like so mad. Okay. I'm just gonna RSVP for it. That's in 10 days, 9 days. I'm just gonna RSVP and then I'll commit to practicing my Svenska. I might read, maybe I'll read out loud. Groundworks. I was like, something works. RSVP. Get your ticket. I was actually looking for it. I was actually looking for Tacoma. Let's look for that one. Events. The Sky City might change it to Seattle. Upcoming events. Duolingo. They have paid events. What is that? What's a paid event? I'm trying. They say North America. What if I just say Tacoma? I'm like, North America. It will give me some very big options to go travel around to do something. So Bellevue, Spanish, French, Seattle, Espanol, Russian, Hungarian. That's still Portland. Okay, so they don't have any. They don't have any. I should do Spanish. Joann's to Fabrics at 9 a.m. Oh, that's way too early. Hasta pronto. That's way too early. So Bellevue has a Spanish, or it's way too early. And I wonder if they have any in Salem. My throat hurts. I shouldn't have burnt all that crap. I have to like vacuum or something. I'm so lazy today, and I get mad. So let's Portland again. French, Portland, more French. Swedish again. I said lunch. Bellevue. Oh, load more. Seattle, French. Mid Columbia. Kennewick, USA. There's another Swedish one. Kennewick, I think, is outside. There's a lot of those Swedish group and Kennewick. I think that's outside of Seattle. I don't know if it's any closer. Spanish child, two cities. So I had one or between two cities. Burlington, I don't know what that is. They had the same one, but it's Russian. Vancouver, French. Oh, Vancouver, California. I was like, Vancouver, Washington? That's close. Okay. Vancouver, BC. This is Vancouver, can't see. Oh, Canada. I was like thinking, it says CA. That would be a good reason to go to Canada, guys. Seriously. I didn't think about that. What language is that? English. Practice your English conversational skills. I would go teach my son. I'm gonna put this camera out. My throat hurts so bad right now. I'm gonna have to open this window. I'll go pause it. Alright, I'm back. I was teasing my son. He goes, I don't speak English. So no text, no messages from anybody except for telemarketers. Um, Even as people, so I blocked them. I was like, even they stopped punching me. I'm in bed. There's I don't know. I was talking about when I was traveling. That's an idea though, to go to BC. I could do that in go all over the country. So I usually have 2 weeks advance notice, at least 2 weeks. I saw some for August into September, I think. What if I went to Duolingo events because they're free, and then I went to AA or to refuge meetings? That sounds really interesting to me. I'm hot. I changed the subject. This is 30 bags in 30 days, or yeah, 30 bags 30 days from My Great Challenge, which is Sophia on YouTube. Home management. This is a calendar from a different day. It was on the wall. If I went by the day of the week, not the necessary date. So if it was Friday, so it says 20th. So whenever month this was, today's actually 19th because it's July 2019. Pantry, dry goods, vitamins, and spices. Yesterday was cookbooks, menus, and Tupperware. Tomorrow is entryway, shoes, bags, coats, accessories, and seasonal stuff. So if you watch Sophia My Great Challenge, she is super high energy. Her accent and the way she speaks is really soothing, in my opinion. I tried to watch a couple of people that she recommended, but I didn't care for their voice, and maybe I didn't mind what they were saying, but I could watch her for days on end, which I've done before. Today, so basically, I ended up going to the meeting last Friday, so going back to social, and I was probably in bed and didn't want to move. And if it's say I gotta leave at 11:30, if you leave at 11:30, you're gonna be 20 minutes early. Say I left at 11:30, or I plan on leaving at 11:30. For some reason, I think I'm gonna take a shower at 11, throw on whatever clothes I can find, put my hair up real fast, and then walk to the car. But maybe a little makeup, which should take less than 5 minutes, and walk to the car. Why is it taking me so long when I start to get in the shower? But maybe it's like, oh, let me do this for the kids, or let me get something to drink, and then it's like 11:15. Like, let me get in the shower, and I was like, just quick, but you have to wait for the water to warm up. And the time you know it, it's 2 minutes till 12, and you're like, really? The only thing major I did was hop in the shower and wait for it to heat up. Because if it was instant hot, you could just get in there. You could just walk in, take your clothes off, and turn it on and jump in. Like if it was like semi-instant hot, you could turn the water on then. But this one you have to wait. So it's like, let's use the bathroom, read a book, let's do this, let's play a video game. Like it's a Mullen child safety, and it's super cold, so you waste a lot of water, and it won't get hot because it's designed to be timed, and there's no way to fix it. And not only that, it doesn't get hot. It gets cold. It's like, it doesn't get hot. So if you accidentally leave the other sinks on in the house on hot because you're filling out something or something, and you touch it, you will get burned. The shower never is that hot. And it's unfortunate because in the winter, a shower, I swear, it's like 60, 70 degrees. It's so cold. And there's a fan, a high powered fan they put in there that you could never turn off. And it sucks because it's so cold and uninsulated in this place. So I went in there last week. I said I'm going no matter what because now it'd been over a week since I had my 15th anniversary. And I was like, today, wait, you're about to do the key tags. Is it really 15? I do that every year. Is it really 15? And I might share in a meeting on Monday. That's my plan. Share in a meeting on Monday. It's not showing that I have 15 years, and I won't get another coin. And then I was mad, and I was sitting in the bag, and someone was eating chips on the couch, and it was like, there was a couple seats that had made a disturbance. Somebody was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I want to sit here, but she had this bag of chips and all this food everywhere, and I go, can I sit here? And I already felt disruptive, and she moved the bag, but there was all these chip crumbs everywhere, and I was like, God, thinking I just bought new clothes, I don't want chips stains on my butt, which actually today I sat in the same spot, so there's probably chip stains on my butt. I was like trying to wipe it off, and I felt rude, but I didn't want to sit on that. I would have been like, never mind, and just walk somewhere else. But I try to think when I sit somewhere, even if I'm late, not to take up multiple seats unless I'm truly like I was doing my big like crochet project. I was misplacing all of these. I don't know why I'm liking these so much. They're super tight. This one gets me like a headache. Let me change it out. Just gonna do the flower one and keep my hair. It makes the hair off that. My favorite one. Some of my favorite things I've thrown out in the past few weeks, from hair scarves to dresses to shirts, um, socks. Some of my favorite things. I had like one sock that used to fall off and the match didn't. I don't know. So maybe there's another match. But I said, you know what, just let the whole pair go. Let it go. Because you're going to throw one out and you're going to see there might be a missing gray sock somewhere. Who cares? You find the gray sock, but wear it with a mismatched black sock. Or there are plenty of no-show. I just started wearing no-show socks this past decade. Some of it is because I got a bunch of socks and I was trying to share it with my kids. And I was like, oh, we should Sharpie the bottom. I don't know, it didn't work out. Put this back. So I ended up missing the key tags and getting there late. And the guy sharing said he had 31 years, and he shared, I heard the last of his story. And I was like, oh, I almost want to stand up and be like, oh, I have 15. Sorry, I'm late. I said, no, let it go. And then I went to the bathroom and left. And this guy comes up to me afterwards, oh, nice to see you. And he's saying, I looked over there up front. There's some flyers, and I didn't see any on the couch. And I was like, oh, someone's having a potluck. Like, I'm thinking they're gonna meet in a park, like I used to do in the olden days for the NA meetings. And I was like, no, oh, maybe I should check that out because this summer I want to do something. And I ended up forgetting about it. And I went to the bathroom and was leaving, and this guy's like, oh, did you get a flyer? I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I guess I saw something. He goes up front because they cleaned up everything already. Like, there's a picnic tomorrow at this guy's house. I'm like, what? I think I'm gonna go. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of antisocial. Like, yeah, me too. Really, I'm not, but in these meetings I am. He goes, yeah, I usually go to these things about 30 minutes. I'm really antisocial. And I go, yeah, I get like that, but sometimes I like eat a whole bunch of food and then I eat really slow. Like, not on purpose, that's just my style. I just saw House empty all of a sudden. I should watch House. And then I'm like, okay, um, let's, um, you're gonna go. I think I'm gonna go too. I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow, so I asked the guy friend, do you want to go? I might have asked him the next morning. Late at night, I asked him. He didn't respond to later. He's like, I go, yeah, I'm kind of antisocial in these groups, but but I heard his house was cool or something. And he's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to go to it. But then he's like, but what time is it at? I was like, starts at 4, food at 5 or something. And I didn't hear back from him, and I had to go get Ella from work at 3:30, something like that. And then I still had to get food. I brought grapes, which I tried to this week. They were all moldy. I took them to work, and I was like, I had to throw both packs. I had a bunch of grapes left over. I should have ate them all that day. I should have made juice out of them. They were all organic, and they were moldy. Sometimes by organic, it's like gross. So you basically eat them right off the tree. And so I ended up, I probably should have left them in a bowl and not in plastic bags. So I was at work, and some of them weren't moldy, and then the ones that fell off the stem were 100% moldy, and I was like, oh my god, I can't. I'm going to pick through this. I'm just going to let it go. And it's a different story. And I want more of those salty nuts. I have a real problem with my diet. So I ended up, I was supposed to eat maca with almond butter and cinnamon with honey and sea salt. So I'll get that and eat a little bit, and then I'll get on my exercise bike. And I should probably put shorts on because I'm fussy about the temperature right now. And I end up guy doesn't go, the kids don't want to go. I might have forgot to ask my son. I think I dropped my daughter off and went straight out to Newburgh. So it was like out of town, but it wasn't that far from me, which was kind of cool because I had never been to Newburgh. Me and this guy went to McMinnville to go to the Air Museum. I was like, oh wait, some of it looked familiar on the way home. I had been hardly going to Sherwood. You just go to Sherwood to get like D&B. I still go to DEQ and D&B. You don't have to go to D&B there, but DEQ. And then with the meeting at Roy Rogers, I was going to a couple times. I really liked that meeting. It was in like a church school that was, I almost felt like a one-room schoolhouse kind of thing with these other buildings and a cemetery. It was like real old-fashioned. And on the way there, between here and there, it's like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's like country roads. Speed limit goes to 50, and it's straight out my road, or straight out my side road here. Um, Interesting. And cause then it turns into back roads to Beaverton. So I think the guy took that way. Yeah, he took that way to get back to his house. There's a lot of like major crossroads. Like I told you, they have all these highways that's hard to cross. I'm not familiar with the area. Basically, on the east side of Portland, there's freeways, but for the most part, it's gridded out, like a perfect grid, except for Burnside and the other street. Sandy, I was like, starts with the S or C. Sandy and um, you do need to know the major roads that you can cross to get across 84, Highway 84. So there's one main highway that runs through the east side, and then 205 runs. I always say parallel to 82nd. Someone's like, no, it's not on that street. It's 79th. I was like, on average, it's on 82nd. Like if you need to get to 82nd, why not take 205? Or if you're near 82nd, you can get on 205 easily. If you're at 78, 79, 84, whatever. Like in my mind, it's like on average, it's parallel to 82nd. It's parallel to Highway 205 north to south. Um, so like 33rd Avenue, 39th is Cesar Chavez, 42nd, 20th and 21st kind of change. They kind of merge or end up being the same road. So I know that those streets cross over in 15th. I think you can get through basically from the northeast Portland, southeast Portland. You got to know those major arteries, or else you end up in some fancy neighborhood and you'll just have to keep making all these turns until you get to the next big road, 39th or whatever. So you're close to near MLK, you'll be on Northeast 7th, and that's when it's like kind of semi-industrial, and then there's just too many buildings with parking lots and weird stuff fenced off that you can't. They're not like roads. They like dead end a lot, or they make cheese. Let's say T-bone cheese. T-bone steak sounds good. If I ate meat, this one had New York strip. It wasn't that good. I had T-bone. It wasn't that good. And then I just was. I don't eat it, but then I was getting this meat for the kids that was cheap. And it seemed like it was really good. Like it's better quality. I don't know what happened. Anyways, that stuff my dad would make, or the filet mignon, or the New York strip. It was the way they cooked it. It was like it would melt in your mouth. I don't know what happened to the stuff I was buying out here. It didn't melt in my mouth like butter. Um, and again, it could be that he grilled it or something. It was crispy on the outside with the juices inside. So well, I had a long talk about arterial roads. Um, the arterial weather pattern, or aerial something. So I ended up, I'm looking at cobwebs. I ended up going to the meeting. I almost wanted to go to 11, but I knew I had to get up early. I wasn't really planning on setting an alarm. And then I missed the guy, but I was like, I need to leave everyone, the kids, the pets, the guy, the job. And it was only for one day, and I was terrified. So I have no messages or texts from anyone. I was terrified to go by myself. And it wasn't that I was afraid that the kids wouldn't know how to live, because they do, because I've been to school and midwifery, gone all the time. I was so scared to be by myself and be that woman walking around carrying all these bags alone with no one to talk to at a restaurant, no one to talk to, um, and then nobody, no friends or anyone to meet up with there, and meeting strangers for the German event. So yeah, the next week, and I didn't get the key tag, but I went to this picnic. I go, oh shoot, what if that lady I'm avoiding is there? I was like, you know what, you don't leave, or you feel like leaving, leave. Go into the picnic at this guy's house, and just like live your life and don't talk to people you don't like. So there's one lady I don't like. She came in and people were like, oh, hi, everybody. And I didn't say anything to her. But I saw her today. Now this is what happened. I talked to her once. I was Saturday night meeting, and I saw her today, and she just looked. And I told myself, be joyful, be joyful, be joyful, because you rather perma-grin than perma-frown. These faces, when they say don't stop making ugly faces, gotta stay that way. I see ugly faces in old people, and I say that could be a medical condition or just a lack of muscles, or it could be because they were frowning or upset and angry or pursed lips because they're scared and freaked out because there's people of color, even though they're from Europe and freaking Native Americans who are a different color were here first, and they don't remember that. People were talking about coyotes. They were here first. I told my daughter they were here first. Like, please, is that gonna stop you from freaking buying some big old mega mansion, like, with the pool and like complaining about whatever kind of, whatever. This necklace, something's bothering me with it. I'm gonna take it off. I don't know what's bothering me. It's not the shoe. Um, this lady came up to me and was like, "Don't see this guy anymore. You can't be with this guy. Break it off. I'm gonna see you next time and make sure you broke it off with him. I'm gonna do this or this, and you're gonna tell me." And in my mind, this means yes, I'm still seeing the guy, but to me, this meant that you're still there. This lady's not my friend. She doesn't, say, "Oh, let's go out to tea." You said you don't have friends. Let's go out and hang out. Like, she's not my friend. Like, why should I dump somebody who actually hangs out? Like, I'm actually sad today that I'm not hanging out with anybody. Excuse me. So I had to realize, I felt really guilty for not saying to this lady. It's not like she said anything to me, because I can dang sure do a casual hello, goodbye, nice to see you, have a good day. I have unconditional love, but so basically I had a little bit of fear that I would see that other lady that I'm avoiding. She tried to call me twice since I was sick. For all I know, I could be dead, literally. For all she knows, I mean. Um, so I feel like it's not okay, keep it if you pass people, they can come back around, but if you like them and then unlike them, it's hard to have them come back around. Um, oh, I think that one guy dumped me on Tinder. Now that I think about it, this guy goes, check out my Facebook page. Yeah, he's definitely. Is he on here anymore? I have a feeling he's not on here anymore. I think he unliked me. Oh, this is the guy that I just met. I must be his roommate. This guy is like got funny face, like not face. It looks like he got too much sun as a kid. Okay, so I don't know any messages. Sometimes this doesn't work for me. You have to actually click on it, and then you click on somebody's name, and then it ends up being like another a message from another person. So you have to be really careful who you respond. Like a cubicle shot or semi-cubicle Scotch whiskey drinker. It's weird that when that's like the first thing that they say. This guy looks really cute in this picture, and he looks like a psycho that's like 150 pounds heavier than that picture. I find that weird. I have so many matches on all of my dating things, and I'm like, this guy has like now, I don't know, I'm like deficient on how to use these things. This guy has no face. Is he married? I'm just gonna say like, so I'm gonna change the subject, and then maybe I'll go back to what I was talking about because I kind of forgot. I was watching Diamond Sweetheart, and she was talking about 1 mile away. That's like in running distance. I don't know what that is. Oh, he's petting a bunny rabbit. I thought it was like some kind of provocative picture, and it was like really freaking me out. There's a military guy that's like, I don't like that picture. I'm just gonna say no. It's so rude. I hate that because then you like might miss out. What if I had said no to that other guy? She said she liked every guy within in her area, and I was like, really? So it always says I have messages, but I don't really. I'm gonna get out of there because it's driving me a little bit cuckoo. So I basically, she was looking for a boyfriend. She already has a fiance. She was looking for a sugar daddy. I think this was our old video. No, she was looking for name that price, please. So she just liked everyone in her neighborhood. And then she tried to get someone tried to offer $50, and she said 70 or 90 or something. And they declined, and then someone else offered her. She asked for 100, and he said yeah, but he never paid the website, so she never heard from him. And then the other one was someone offered her 200, so I was like, wow, she would accept a 70 or whatever for a date. Like, seems kind of shady. I'm not on that site. And he said he wanted to go out, dance or something, and then cuddle, kiss and cuddle, and then talk, and this and this and this. And she said no. She just ignored it or whatever. And I think to myself, like, she doesn't want to kiss and cuddle with a stranger. But I find that, oh, I found this necklace that I thought I lost like 6 months ago. Oh, interesting, yeah. So, and I'm trying to still figure out how I did the knot in the back. So I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm actually gonna go get. I'm gonna make a bed and read you out of my one book. But I'm pretty lonely. Like, why isn't all my days off that I'm like? I'm like, God, I really want to go to the 7:30 meeting, and I haven't gone. I had to leave like now. And God's like, don't go, don't go. I was like, I really want to go, and I feel like God's like, no, you're supposed to be doing something special on Tuesday. You're gonna be working Tuesday or Monday night, and you're supposed to meet someone for lunch, and it's already planned, and this person's going out of town, and you don't want to like miss it. God's like, rest, and be ready for that. And like, it's not even till Tuesday, but time flies when you're having fun. Let me go get this book.